if they want to give them more when I touch down. Touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried because it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just want to see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best. We don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath. I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga. Put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up. Call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder. Some call it polar. You don't wanna box me. I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky.
Today.
And off we go from Denver. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Leading him out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural Deshaun Watson.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Watson off play action. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. 13 carries, 69 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
The Broncos hit 11-1 now on the year. And they've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win, to run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the...
Denver. Leonard Fournette. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. Finished it off with a run into the end zone. Leonard Fournette. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I notice his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On first down, it's Watson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 11 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing on third down, Watson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Lance now on first down.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown.
Finding room at midfield. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. And they fake the handoff, now Lance.
He's got it complete to Aguilar.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Here's Lance.
Sliding out of the pocket. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Leonard Fournette, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hunt will try going up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on second down. Watson, quick slant here to Woods. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Back to throw, Watson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff, 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Watson. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Rolling to his right.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
To throw, it's Lance.
That ball's caught. Aguilar, right side. Touchdown, Broncos. Nelson Aguilar, 27 yards.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. On 1st down, Watson.
As this complete to Woods.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
They'll run with Hunt.
It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
Here comes Grant on the return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And Lance's throw pulled in by Aguilar.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st down, Lance.
He's going deep for Brown. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Lance
flushed out right. Completes it to Aguilar. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fair...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Fournette once more on second down. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Got a man. It's Brown.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Fournette on the counter.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
This is caught. Touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 24. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was capped by the touchdown pass to Nelson Aguilar.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Vita Vea in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Las Vegas sending out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
132 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He has a 1st down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
And Lance now to throw.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Trey Lance
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
The Raiders now set to get the football back. But we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. On 1st and 10, Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Woods.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The throw over the middle taken in. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. They end up getting stuck twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed, I did, my good man.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll roll him out right.
Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
139 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
On play action, Lance.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the fourth quarter to grow that lead.
But I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in a blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. The Raiders offense ready to go. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Yeah, this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Watson.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Lead, obviously, here in the fourth quarter. They could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
Now we'll get whistles, and they signal for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Lance now on 1st down.
Rolling to his right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, The win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take...
You see, it's two type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo pour so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go get it. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo pour so photogenic. All my life I've been a go getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due. I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me. That's on G.O.D.